Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It has been another month since I last posted that video. If you haven't seen that video, be sure and check it out, links below. In that video I talked about how I've taken on a daily accountability challenge for myself to post on my Instagram every day a video of how I'm working towards recovery and rehabilitation from my autoimmune flare-up last year, where I went to the ER and was bedridden for a month and was on crutches for several months. Blah blah blah, long story short, it's now the end of February. So overall I'm pretty happy with the progress for this past month, but I'm going to talk about that after you've seen the video. So as you know, this is a very long video, you can tell already. If you make it to the end, then we'll talk about, or at least I'll review kind of how February went for me and what my plans are for March going forward. Spoiler alerts, this will be the longest video you see for a while. I'm shortening these things up for you. I'm getting ahead of myself. I actually have to do my training for today. So while I'm doing that, you can go ahead and watch this video and you'll see me training at the last day for the month of February. And I will see you on the other side. So let's get to it. Bye. I am about to get my hair cut because it's about time. It's been a month. February 1st, and we're gonna make a change to the videos. Specifically, we're gonna go horizontal. So everyone take your phone or whatever device and let's do this. I prefer horizontal video, and I was kind of experimenting in January with the vertical format, and while I guess it looks okay, especially for Instagram on mobile, it just isn't my thing. So I'm gonna switch to horizontal again because I prefer that. But in Instagram I will have it kind of on the side, so you just have to flip your phone if you're watching, but hopefully it should give you a more immersive experience. I mean, our vision is wider than it is taller, right? We have eyes horizontally, we don't have eyes vertically, so hopefully, I don't know, it's my preference, so that's what's going on. And I still haven't posted yesterday's video. There was so much going on yesterday. I have a lot to get through, and I was wiped out after getting up early to travel, and then like 7 hours of watching Wushu stuff all day. So that was really exhausting and exciting at the same time. So I'm still working on editing that. I'll get it up probably by noon today, so maybe half a day late. You already know this because you've seen it already, but let's get a haircut. One thing I didn't mention just then is that this month I'm also tracking everything I eat. I'll talk more about it later in the video, but just know that you'll start to see that pop up. Also, I may forget sometimes, like here where I can only show you the wrapper for a breakfast sandwich. It had eggs, cheese, and turkey on toasted sourdough. I also had a small cold brew. At the coffee shop, I spent time editing yesterday's video and taking care of some work, but at 1:50 p.m. I had a kale and spinach salad with walnuts, cranberries, and carrots with a bit of Italian dressing. walking backwards is challenging when you do it slow. Yeah, my Taiji backwards walking needs a lot of work. Forwards is okay. I mean, I'm doing this without a cane, so that's great. Leg swing, leg swing. Needs a lot of work. Okay, form time. I did review the video yesterday, but needs work still. There's one part I'm just not quite clear on after the hammer fist, but it's coming along. I mean, it's better than it was last time, and I think it'll be better next time than today. So that's it for my Taiji today. Wow, what's up with my hair? I got a haircut, but it's all loosey-goosey. That's it. I think it is time to head out. It's a nice park right next to downtown Mesa. All right, time to go. Bye. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is a change for February, and that is a couple of things. One, I mean, I already talked about the horizontal thing. Two, I'm going to start recording everything I eat. I'm just recording it. I'm not worrying about the quality or anything at this point. I just want to track it. I just want to get in the habit of tracking what I eat, being consistent with that. And then the third is that I have a little more consistent training protocol, like which days I'm going to do which things instead of just kind of whatever on any kind of day. So today is Taiji, Sunday is Tai Chi day, and tomorrow is also Tai Chi day. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing this too. So I'll review that 18 form, and maybe I'll try and move beyond that first Danbian. I think I'm going to switch the standing basics to later, because after the walking Taiji walking, because I get kind of stiff a little bit while I'm doing the standing basics, and I feel my knee feels stronger before I do it, and then it feels weaker after. So instead, I'm going to do the standing Taiji. You don't need to know all this. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to keep adjusting as I go forward. Things will improve, but February is off to a good start. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's video at World Martial Arts. That was a lot of fun. Thanks to Lee Jin-hung and Dusty for hosting all of that, and everyone else who took care of all that. That was a lot of work. And that's it. It's getting loud. Someone's on the scooter. So I'm gonna go. Talk to you later. Bye. Hopefully see you tomorrow.
Light up the night. Electric.
Okay, this is gonna look a little weird, but basically, what do I have here? We have some chia seed pudding, a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of applesauce, some bananas and blueberries, and some unsalted almonds, and then a little bit of hemp seed stuff on top, and then a rice cracker. So that's what I'm eating. 12:20 p.m., my first meal of the day. I already started eating it, but it's a lengua taco. Chicken taco. It's a quesadilla over there. I may try some of that. I ended up having the lengua taco and one quesadilla, the half of the quesadilla. So I had one taco, one half quesadilla. It was really good. It was like handmade, fresh, everything. Anyway, gonna work on my Tai Chi. Let's do it. The other thing I was gonna mention is that these shoes are different than my other shoes. These are more similar to like Wushu shoes. There's no heel padding, or they're like zero heel drop shoes, barefoot shoes. I've been on them today, and they are it's a whole different set of muscles that I'm using for my feet and legs to walk around now. So I'm kind of plopping a little bit because I'm used to more padding. So, but it's good. I think these will help me in the long run. It's harder in these shoes, and it's a longer distance than yesterday. So instead of doing standing basics, I just integrated basics into my walking. So I think that's a better use of both of those things. Now I'm going to work on forms. thought that changing shoes would make such a difference. Hey, look at that, the sunset. Did the Yang 24. I'm gonna work on my chin because I was watching the video and I think I figured out some stuff. So I'm gonna just go through the intro a bunch of times and see if I can figure it out. So, chin 18. It's worth noting that my hand feels a little bit better today. Not a lot, but it's still pretty swollen. That was good. I did that a bunch of times. I think I figured out a few things. I'm going to add movements to it the next time around. Maybe add 2 more movements for next time, which will be, I think Thursday is the next time I do Taiji. Tomorrow I think is Wushu stuff. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Check out the sunset. Hopefully you will see me tomorrow. Bye. Hello. What are you doing? Backwards walking. It's interesting because exactly 1 month ago today, I was backwards walking right here. If you look at that video, you will see it. Feels like yesterday. All right, I'm just gonna go down to the end and back. I'm at that same park. So it's interesting. On this day, a month ago, the 3rd, amazing how hard it was for me to walk backwards 1 month ago today. Today I was able to go all the way down to the end of the street and all the way back, just backwards walking. Today is Wushu training, and so it's not really intense. I'm just gonna do some stance holding, maybe a little bit of loosening some things up, but it won't be anything too impressive. There's a little bit of a field over here. Let's warm up and do some stances. Mabu holding first. Whoa. Well, I'm getting stronger because I was able to do minute times 3 with a minute rest between. I feel my right quads are not quite strong yet. Now I'm going to do some Taiji holding, high stance. Hip flexors are really weak. I think I did a minute, and then I did about 45 seconds, and then half a minute, 30 seconds. Okay, next exercise is what? I gotta look it up. It is way too loud over there, so I came over here. 5 stance holding. Just like transitions, just kind of feeling out how the stances go, since it's been a while since I've done them. I feel like I need to stretch my quads a little bit. So the idea with that is you're just holding light stances, count of 5 each, Mabu, Gombu, Bubu, Taiji, and then empty stance, back to Mabu, and then you do the other side. You just go back and forth, count of 5 each, and seeing how many rounds you can do. I could do 2 rounds of really bad stances. And it's a start. So this is February 3rd. I'm gonna see how this looks after a month of training. I'm pretty confident that this will get better as we go forward. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this improves, to get like real stances going at some point. That would be wonderful. My right leg, I can feel it. It's better than it was, but it's tender and sore. But I'm wiped just from that little bit. And I don't want to overdo it because that's how I get my flare-ups. That's it for today. I'm gonna do all my food recap footage at the end of this. So you get to watch that. Aside from that, I guess that's it for today. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow. Enjoy the food. Bye. Backwards walking once again. Every day. Well, not every day, but I try to do it at least several times a week. There's this one spot right here that's a little hard to walk on. Once again, all the way down and all the way back. It takes about 10-15 minutes to do that, which is just about right for where I am right now.
The wind hums songs at the break of day. Whispering pine.
I feel like the videos are getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna keep this one shorter, backwards walking, and then I'll do my PT later. So let's just jump to whenever that's gonna happen. Let's go.
Moonlight spills through the velvet dark, etching patterns, leaving its mark. The roots stretch deep, the earth's gentle sigh, a lullaby sung to the open sky. Oh, whispering pines, sing me your tune, caught in the rhythm of the stars and the moon. Stories that linger on the breath of the breeze.
We are walking. We are walking backwards. Oh, this is nice. I have a selfie stick now. I can actually see a little bit better. I put a microphone here so there's less wind noise. Yesterday was kind of a bust. I mean, I did the backwards walking, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, man, that shave ice threw me for a loop. Sugar is not my friend. And it's funny, I don't really have a sweet tooth, so I don't know why I ate that thing. An outing, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go there. But I'm not going back there anymore. So that was my last shave ice. So yesterday was supposed to be my kind of PT training day. I was going to do my strength training stuff. I'm going to try and do some of those today when I get back to the house. I have a lot of work to do too, so I really need to focus on that. And I have to pack for my trip tomorrow back to California. My hand inflammation is a little better. I can kind of make a fist. I can't squeeze hard, but I can close that up, which is better than it was. It is overcast today. Feels like it's going to rain. I was looking at the comments from the 2 hours and 12-minute video I posted from January's daily postings. And there were some really nice comments in there. So thank you for anyone who actually watched all of that. Kudos to you. Oh, I can feel this in my glutes. Oh, why is my glutes feeling this? I thought today it'd be good to actually show you going all the way to the end of the street here so you can see just how far this is. I timed it. It's just a little over 10 minutes to go down here and back. That tall building back there is just on the other side. That building is the metro, the light rail station. So we're about 2 blocks from the light rail. Not too bad. Here we are at the end of the street. Oh, my legs. Whew. Right here is about where I want to give up. It is intense. I'm pretty happy with the speed of my stepping though. You can tell that it's getting better. I'm hoping that I might be able to drop by Algebras class again on Saturday. Depends on family stuff and scheduling, but it'd be great to drop by there and say hi and see if I can do a little bit of Tai Chi or not. But either way, I'll be doing my stuff. My glutes are screaming. Usually I do this before I've been sitting for a long time, so maybe I'm just a little bit tight from all that sitting today so far. I had a meeting just now that I was prepping for, so this is post-meeting, pre-more work. All right, last stretch. All right, here we are, into the fence. Oh boy. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. Tight. Very tight. that's enough for today for the strength. I could do 2 rounds through. This is not easy. Backwards, morning sunrise. Today was a travel day, as so many of them are this month. And to start, Ruhi and I caught a light rail from Mesa towards Phoenix. She disembarked in Tempe and I continued on to the airport, where I arrived just an hour before my flight was boarding. And if you know me, that is a little too close for comfort. Just got off the train, heading to the airport. Hope I make it. This is about as close as I want to make it to the airport. Less than an hour to my flight boards. Fortunately, I'm just wearing a sling. Hope I make it. Of course, I made it just fine, and for most of the 2-hour flight to San Francisco, I slept on my uncomfortable Frontier Airlines window seat. There was a super long queue of planes on the tarmac, but after a while we were finally able to take off and I got a nice view of the American Southwest. Along with a great view coming into San Francisco across Santa Cruz and the South Bay.
On behalf of Frontier Airlines and your flight crew, welcome to San Francisco. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until you're parked at the gate and the fastened seatbelt sign is turned off. Cell phones may not be used. However, laptops...
In San Francisco, I walked across the airport to the BART train towards downtown. By the way, I thought it was worth mentioning that I was doing a bit of a minimalist packing challenge for this trip. For the 10 days stay in San Francisco, I am only taking this little TomTalk sling. After dropping a few things off at my mom's, I biked over to the Richmond district to get some work done at a cafe. After a couple hours, my sister joined me. And then I joined her while she ate a banh mi. We headed back to my mom's, and that is where I spent the rest of the evening preparing some dinner and then doing a bit of work before heading to bed. Based on my watch activity rings, I am not too worried about missing out on the Taiji practice today. I did a lot of walking, and tomorrow I have some Taiji planned, so I should be good. Plus, I got in that backwards walking in the morning in Mesa. That's it for today. Tomorrow I will be running out and about, so hopefully I'll be able to get a video up for you all to watch then. We're back on the hill. I'm actually going a different direction, but I just wanted to do this for old time's sake. Just a little bit up the hill. Help the legs warm up a little bit before I head out for the day. On the schedule, I'm going to be taking my sister to the airport. So she left her car here last night for me to use to go pick her up. So I'm going to the East Bay, but I don't have to pick her up until noon. So I was going to drop by Audrey's Taiji class and say hi. Maybe get in a little bit of practice if I can. It won't be as intense as last time because I'll have to leave there before their class ends. And I won't be around for the Wushu class. I'll be in the training environment, which is always nice. So much easier than it used to be. Hi, dog. Okay, I think that's far enough. Cross the street and then head to the car. Wow, I'm not used to driving because I don't have a car. It's weird. Here we go. I'm at Daiso. I have some time. The sunglasses I had before broke on this trip as I was traveling. I got a pair of sunglasses at Daiso a while back. This is not relevant to training or rehab. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I got about an hour before the Taiji class starts, so I'm going to run a few errands. Right now I'm at Daiso. Got to pick up some stuff. Okay, went to Daiso. Hey, nice. Had a nice time there. I couldn't stay for the actual class. I just kind of dropped in for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I had to take off. It was really nice to be there and see everyone again. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks since I was there. She asked me to film a bit of the 24, the class doing that, so I did that. So you can see a little bit of that. I did do a little bit of stretching and a little bit of joint work, a little bit of stance stuff, some meditation. So that was nice. Plus, it's such a nice environment up there in nature and the trees, and the sun was starting to come out. So it was really nice to be there. I've been hanging out around that house for like 30 years, so it always brings back memories to be there. I'm going to do a little bit more training stuff later, but I have to take my sister to the airport first, so we'll do that. Bye. Here we go. I have a stomachache. Don't feel so good. We'll see what happens with this. I just want to do some Taiji walking. something's up with my foot. Maybe it's because my stomach hurts. Yeah, that's all I'm doing today. I did get a little bit done earlier. I did a little bit of backward walking, and I did a little bit of stretching and movement and a little bit of Taiji stuff and meditation at the class earlier. And I did a lot of walking because I ran some errands, but yeah, my stomach hurts. So I'm done for the day. It is also almost 9 p.m. So that's it. Tomorrow's Sunday. I should have some time to do stuff. Hopefully this feels better, and hopefully you'll see me then. Bye. Today has been a bust. I have not done anything rehab or Wushu related. Here, while I'm sitting here doing this, I'm going to do some incline push-ups. Yeah, I just sat around all day with my mom watching stuff. We just ate, and I didn't record what I ate. I should just tell you what I ate, but now I can't even remember what I ate. Some Korean food, some leftovers. I think I had some Indian food, palak paneer. I had some spinach and over rice. And some snacks. Looks like my mom is getting up, so I will go make sure she's okay. There's a package, so I'm gonna go get that downstairs. As I was saying, today's been a total wash. I mean, my legs have been kind of tweaking, but that's no excuse. I could still do something. I gotta do something. If something is better than nothing, and even a bad something is better than a good nothing. What I'm gonna do, I don't know. Let's find out.
Lullaby sung to the open sky. Oh, whispering pines, sing me your tune. Caught in the rhythm of the stars and the moon. Teach me the language of rustling leaves.
It is almost 7:30. Oh my god, I just did a bunch of squats. I didn't record it. Just know this is my second set.
The dawn paints gold on the mountain's crown.
Oh, those are hard. Do a lot of those. I'm gonna open the window. I can't do a lot of those because it's hard. Not strong enough. So I'm doing sets of 10. Okay, again.
Knotted in time by nature's hand.
That's hard. So like I said, something is better than nothing, and a little something is better than a lot of nothing. And that was a little something. Kinda wanna do some Taiji. See if I remember the 18.
The silence alive, yet brimming with sound. In the arms of solitude I am found. Oh, whispering pines, sing me your tune. Caught in the rhythm of the stars and the moon. Teach me the language of rustling leaves. Stories that linger on the breath of the breeze.
Time to watch the video. Okay, my feet are kind of hurting. I'm actually taking a lime today, and it's right over there. But I want to get in some backwards walking up the hill first, just to start the day off right.
Where the shadows play.
Okay, I made it. I tried to get to this sign right here. Not far from the top, but I'm not going that direction. Oh, my calves. Oh, my calves. Wow, they are sore. I think also because I switched to these barefoot shoes for this trip, and my body is still getting used to barefoot shoes. It makes your feet work a lot harder and your calves. So my calves are adjusting this new format of walking. I'm kind of doing a lot of like toes first movement here, going down the hill. All right, we're gonna catch that lime scooter and take the lime.
Roots stretch deep, the earth's gentle sigh, a lullaby sung to the open sky. Oh, whispering pines, sing me your tune, caught in the rhythm of the stars and the moon. Teach me the language of rustling leaves, stories that linger on the breath of the breeze.
All right, I have not been very good about cataloging my food. I did not take a picture of my lunch, but it was a carne asada plate with some refried beans and rice and a lot of veg. And that was really good. That was my lunch. First thing I ate around 1:30, I think, 2 o'clock. And then I had dinner, which I did take a video of, so you can see that. A salad with cabbage, cucumber, and then some yaki udon that I made with about chicken and vegetables. That was my food today. Oh, and we had some keto ice cream after that. I did the mabu earlier for a minute, so now I'm gonna finish that up with some more mabu. So here we go.
World through an ancient door, the silence alive, yet brimming with sound, in the arms of sorrow.
It's getting lower. I'm definitely getting stronger.
Whispering pines, sing me your tune, caught in the rhythm, the stars and the moon. Teach me the language of rustling leaves, stories.
Oh, that's brutal. Felt that one right here. I'm gonna rest for a second, and then I'm gonna do my 5 stance holding. Oh, my hamstrings. Okay, I rested for a second. In hindsight, it doesn't make sense to do 3 sets of mabu and then do my stance holding right after that. I should do those on different days or something. Here we go. My right knee twinged a little on that drop stance, but I did try and do a little lower than I have been. I'm gonna feel that one later. So what you don't know is that I edit out all my heavy breathing, so it looks like I'm in better shape than I am. Oh, my leg. Yeah, you don't hear all the huffing and puffing. This whole sequence after I just finished is like 5 minutes long. That's it for today. And I actually did study the Chen 18 video for a little bit, trying to figure out what the next couple moves are. It's interesting, people do the Chen 18 very differently. It's not like the Young 24 where everyone kind of does it the same. Chen 18 has a lot of room for interpretation apparently, because each person I see doing it does it just a little bit different. But I'm trying to do it the way I was taught to do it, so as much as I can remember. But I think tomorrow I'm going to do some Taiji. I didn't mention that today I was really busy with work. I left it like before 7 a.m. and I went to go work at a co-working space. And before I knew it, it was like 4:30 and I had to come home. So I basically worked that whole time, just nonstop. And I have a feeling tomorrow and most of this week will be the same. I got a lot of work to do. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll see me tomorrow. Bye. Hello from inside a Waymo. It's been a while since I've been in a Waymo, but it's raining and lime scooters are a little precarious. My knee is still hurting from yesterday. I really did a number on it with that drop stance. I should have known better. even right before I did this, I said, hey, I wonder if it's really smart for me to be doing the 5 stances at the same time I'm doing the Mabu holding. And yeah, I should have known. As soon as I said that, I jinxed myself. So I'm limping a little bit intensely right now. I'm gonna lay off the leg stuff. I tried to do a little bit of backwards walking, but it was pretty precarious. So I'm gonna focus on some other stuff. I got inspired because I saw the email about the US Taiji team trials, looking at the different forms and stuff, and I was like, hey, I wonder if I could ever learn the 56 Chen so that I could do that for Taiji team trials in 2 years. And I was like, well, that'd take a lot of work, but the 56 isn't that much different than the 32 or 36. And the beginning of all of them are kind of similar. So maybe it's like the 24 and to the 108 kind of thing where there's a lot of the same stuff in there. So I was studying the form a little bit online just to kind of evaluate it and then see the different people doing it. And like I said yesterday, Chen Taiji, man, different styles, way more style diversity than with Yang. There is some style diversity with Yang, but not nearly as much as Chen. There's like some totally different people doing totally different stuff. They all look really good, but they're all very different. I think I'm going to work on just kind of figuring out some of the upper body, my hands are moving, some of the upper body movements with the Chen 18, just to get that thing dialed in. It's about 20 to 5. Go back, make some dinner for my mom and myself. I have not been very good about the food stuff. I did take a picture of the chilaquiles that I ate, so you can see what that looks like right now. It was very good. Before that, I had a croissant at around 9:30. I had the chilaquiles around noon, and I had a gluten-free lemon, little about that big tart thingy, and that's all I've had today. I'll go make dinner and then eat something like that. But I do have work to do today, so I'll record what I can of what I do, but I might be very little today, and that's okay. If I'm hurting and there's something specific I need to deal with, I want to make sure that that gets healed up. I did notice that my hand feels a lot better than it has, and I think it's because I started on this trip. I brought a bunch of turmeric with me, and I've been taking my turmeric supplements. I think that's helped a lot, because nothing else, I haven't changed anything else about what I'm doing except started taking the turmeric, which I haven't been taking for a while. So I think that's helping. At the very least, it's not hurting. That's one thing I'm happy about. I can do this without pain. Whatever I get to workout wise, jump to that now, and I guess I'll just hang out here in the car. Bye. That's it. Hope this feels better tomorrow. Talk to you then. Hopefully. Talk to you then. Bye. It still hurts, but it's a little better maybe. I'm still using the cane. Backwards walking should help. I'm waiting for my Lyft ride to the co-working space. Me and my baggy eyes are going up this hill. Just a little bit of Taiji, silk reeling, and just walked through the form once, but I'm beat. I don't think I'm getting enough sleep recently, so I'm gonna cut this short, try and sleep as much as I can, and get some work done tomorrow. So I will see you guys later, hopefully. You'll see me tomorrow. Bye. Backwards walking again. It's nice today. Sunny, blue skies. No co-working space today. I have some errands to run. Look. They're doing their Qigong again in the morning. I just finished about a good chunk of several hours of work. It is 10 minutes to 1 p.m. and I don't know where I'm driving. So as I'm going around doing some errands right now, I had some, customer service experiences that were not the best. Standoffish people who didn't want to look at the thing to figure out whether or not the work could be done, that kind of stuff. Just bad customer service, right? That sort of stuff made me think about Wushu schools, coaches, people who interface with the public from your school. So I guess this applies more for people out there who have a school. You know who you are. Because I've been at a lot of schools over the last 30 years, and I've seen a lot of the way different schools handle people coming there. And it's interesting, with martial arts schools, you will get a demographic of people who are interested in taking a class that are very different than you would get at like a restaurant or something. You get some really funky people who have really esoteric ideas about what martial arts is, or the spiritual aspect of it, or learning the Buddha palm and all this kind of weird stuff, right? So their education basically came from like Shaw Brother movies, and so they might not have clarity on what martial art training is really about. But on the flip side of that, you'll also get Wushu schools or teachers or coaches or office managers, school managers who are not very good at dealing with the public, or they have an air of superiority, which is a bad way to say that. Maybe they just have a level of justified arrogance because maybe they're really good at what they do. They should, have a little bit of pride in their skill level or their achievements. But at the same time, Wuda, martial ethics being what it is, you need to have some level of humility when you're doing martial arts. You need to recognize that there's always someone out there who's better than you. That's a different topic. But when somebody goes to a school and they feel sort of an aggression, or they feel like a standoffishness, or they feel the person who they're talking to is not really interested in them. There's a couple different things. One is you get a school that is clearly just in it for the money, and they just want to sign people up, and they don't really care if you're there for the long haul or not. They want you to sign up, get on a monthly subscription, and that's it. And you know, they'll train you, but they're not like they're more interested in making a living. Then you'll have the ones that are like, we want to be the super elite of the elite schools in the world. I'm not talking about elite kung fu. That's a specific school. I mean elite in the word. You know what I mean. I'm not talking about a specific school. But they want to be like the best of the best for everything, and so they're very selective or picky about who they let into their school, and they only want people who are serious about stuff. Or you get some mix of the two, like we got to make money, but we want to be the best of the best kind of thing. When they're dealing with potential students, they give a feeling, or they like, why are you here? What are you trying to get out of this? Why do you want to train with us? Why would we want you as a student? Kind of feeling, right? And that can really hurt your school, especially today. Back in the day, it was all kind of word of mouth, and there's no online reviews when I started Wushu, right? And I had to go through the yellow pages to find a Wushu school, and I found it in a newspaper advertisement. So this is a different era when I was looking for Wushu schools back in the day. But now with the internet, you can get reviews, you can get people talking very specifically about what they like and don't like about schools. You have to be cognizant that you are not in a bubble. There's no bubble between you and the potential student. Everything is basically public domain now. So anything impression you give is going to be potentially known by everyone out there. And that's challenging for a lot of people. My point of saying this is that you don't have to be fake, and I don't want anyone to be fake. Be authentic to who you are, but at the same time, recognize that you're starting a relationship and you don't know who the person is, or you don't know what their background is, or you don't know what their potential is. Even if they don't have the physical potential, they might have the relationship potential or the dedication potential of really contributing to your school in a significant way. I mean, we've all probably seen it in schools where the most dedicated student isn't actually necessarily the best student. The one who contributes the most to the community and to the fellowship of the other people in that school isn't necessarily like the most amazing athlete. It might be just the one who loves Wushu the most and loves those people the most. And that's cool. And you want students like that too, just as much as you want the ones who like get gold medals, or just as much as you want the ones who become coaches or have big bank accounts. But when somebody goes into your school to look and be a potential student, and you don't know anything about them except the first impression, you know, keep in mind that you can't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what the potential relationship that you're going to develop with that person is. And I think preaching to the choir with most of you are probably 90% of you already feel this way and you understand this whole idea. But there's going to be someone out there who's like, oh yeah, I guess I should be nicer to the person who came in the door. Or at least you might recognize, oh yeah, my teacher or my office manager or whoever isn't being very nice. Maybe I should help out with that area of the school or something. It can be challenging. I get that. So, long rant made slightly shorter. Let's all just try to exemplify the best qualities of good customer service when we're dealing with potential students at our schools. Yeah, maybe you've seen hundreds of people and you kind of can feel like how someone might be as a student, but you don't know. You're just guessing based off educated guess, but it's a guess. It's important to present the best side of what a martial artist is and who a martial artist can be. Because everyone has different goals too, right? Your goal with Wushu might be to win championships. Someone else's goal with Wushu might be get in shape. Someone else's goal with Wushu might be rehab from an injury. Someone else might be, I just want to make friends. You know, there's different reasons for everyone. But of course, a good coach can identify, oh, okay, this person is here for this reason, so I'm not going to, go off on some other crazy thing with them. Most coaches who have been around a while can make those determinations. So that's it. That's all I wanted to mention. I was out, had a bad customer service experience, and I thought, well, how does this apply to Wushu schools? And I realized I've seen some bad customer service with Wushu schools too. And just want to put it out there that we can all do better. We can all be better. You all know that because Wushu is nothing if not about being better than you are. I don't know. What about you guys? Do you have any feeling in this area? Have you had experiences where You've been to a school and they just like, you just did not want to go back to that school? Or you don't have to say the school name, obviously. Please don't. I'm just curious, like, what's your experience with this? What do you think is the way to get around this situation? I don't think it's just cultural either. I don't think it's, oh, the Chinese coach is this way and the American coach is that way. I think it's just, part of it is the way you trained and part of it's just the person you are. And culture might have part of that, but it's not the only part of that. There's a lot of elements, though. We can't single out the cause as being one specific thing. I think a lot of things contribute to the way we treat other people. Go ahead. Not you. I was talking to the person crossing the street. Intense. Just did some strength training, playing around with different movements, seeing what I can do, and trying to focus on range of motion, technique. But the Mabu, I did 3 sets. The first set I did 90 seconds. That's a record. And then I did a minute, and then I did 45 seconds. So happy with that. I'm not doing 5 stance work. The Mabu was plenty. I could really feel my right quad working. But that's it. Oh, here's what I ate today. Yeah, that's what I ate. You know what I noticed? So I noticed that with Mabu, the angle of the camera changes how deep it looks. So from this angle, you're looking down onto my thighs, so it looks like I am higher than it feels like I am. If I do Mabu from your angle, it probably looks like I'm pretty high up. If I bring this down and then go same distance, it probably looks like I am much lower, but I'm not. This is the same height. So I just thought that was interesting. So take the angles of stances with a grain of salt. You watch them on video. Same thing when you're judging a Wushu competition. Sometimes the angle you see things at makes the stance look different than it would if you're at a different angle. If you're choreographing a form, make sure that you account for the angles of where the judges are going to be watching from. Videotape the form from that whole table so you can see exactly what your stances look like for each judge, so you know what they're evaluating from their eye level. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll see me tomorrow. Bye. Well, today it's feeling a little bit better, which is great. My right knee is not as twingy as usual. I guess all things heal in time. I actually have to go the other way. So, and I think my feet are adjusting to these barefoot shoes. It doesn't hurt as much to walk in these. So, that's good. Heading off to the co-working space. You know, it's kind of weird. I don't know what happened this trip, but I have way less time to train than I did on my previous trips. And maybe it's because my work is just busier, or I don't know why. But for some reason, it's like I don't have any free time on this trip. So all my training's like at 9 o'clock at night in the kitchen right before I go to bed, which is not the best. It really should not be like that. It's 8:30 right now. Yeah, I don't know. So we have this space down here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of Taiji walking, even though my legs hurt. Oh, I forgot my cane. That's all right. I'll do what I can. And I only walked through it with no walking. That was fun. Oh, here's what I ate today. And that's it for today. I'm out of shape. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. February 14th. 46th day of this daily posting. And again, I'm actually going the other direction. But I want to get this backward walking in just so I get it done first thing in the day. So if I do nothing else, at least I did this. It really works the legs. I'm not going fast, as you can tell. Okay, that's good. Back down. It does help though. I gotta say, I mean, was it less than a week ago, I tweaked my knee, and doing this, I can definitely feel it, like warming the circulation, the blood flow into that knee. I can feel it helping. Maybe it's psychosomatic, I don't know, but I feel it, so. Recovery is in the eye of the beholder. Today I'm heading down to pick up my sister at SFO. We might hang out for a bit, and then I will come back to San Francisco. Here we go. chilly today. Warming up. Oh, it is cold. Weather is so weird in the Bay Area. All right, here we go.
Sol y arena, oh so bright. Baila conmigo toda la night. El ritmo suena, can you feel? Move your body, it's so real. Vuélvete loco, don't stop now. Sigue el ritmo, I'll show you how. Fuego en el aire, burning high, feel the heat bajo el sky. Baila, baila, sin parar. Shake your body, shine like stars. Baila, baila, en el mar. Keep it going, no queda igual.
Alrighty, so that was a little bit of Tai Chi. I happened to be here with enough time to do some Tai Chi training. Just trying to work out the next move of the 18, which is the white crane spreads the wings. Just trying to figure that out. Still rusty, and then I don't remember what comes after that. You know, it's a slow process. I don't really have a teacher, so I'm just kind of looking at videos. I really should have paid more attention when I was learning this in Ecuador twice. Yeah, just I'll keep at it, and then eventually it'll sort itself out. Let's see. Yesterday I did the Taiji walking and stuff, and today I did some Tai Chi stuff. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of strength stuff, either today or tomorrow. But tomorrow's a travel day, so I might not get too much done. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, there's a bee.
En el mar, keep it going, no queda igual.
So yeah, it was really nice earlier, but now look how overcast it is. Got some dark streaky clouds going on. Now it's time to go upstairs and feed my mom. So there's so many apartments up here. Also, here is what I ate today.
Dance with me through the night. Baila, baila, sin parar. Shake your body, shine like stars. Baila, 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 en el mar. Keep it going, no queda.
And that's what I ate today. I'm gonna go upstairs. I may do some more training, but no promises. But if I don't, then I will see you hopefully tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Bye.
On the corner where the shadows creep, whispers of the city's secrets they keep. Underneath the street lamp steady burn. Life's a game of dice, waiting your turn. City lights shine, but they never show the truths we hide, the things we don't know.
That is a leg burner. So next time you're going down some stairs, just try and go really slowly and see how that feels. Stairs are just at the height where it's really hard. It's like doing a really deep, empty stance. Ooh. Here we go. Gonna catch the BART to the airport. And hopefully I'm there long enough where I can maybe do a little bit of training or backward walking at the airport. But we'll see what happens.
Time stands still, it's hard to move. The rhythm of life, fast and slow. Navigate the maze, let the story flow. Bare knuckle truth, raw and unrefined. Every line's a pulse from a vivid mind. Urban poets in the court of kings. Street symphonies when the corner sings. City lights shine, but they never show the truths we hide, the things we don't know. Concrete jungle beats in the air. Dreams take flight, but beware, beware.
I am here at the airport and my flight's delayed over 3 hours. So I just been walking around the terminal. That's been my exercise today. Walking back and forth across the international terminal. I did do some backward walking on the flat escalator, but I didn't record that because it was a little embarrassing to do it in the first place. Basically just been here at the airport, and my flight should be boarding in just a little bit, so waiting to find out what happens. But I won't get back to Phoenix until like 4 in the morning. That's exciting. That's it for now. I'm going to edit this video and see if I can send it off before I board the plane. In the meantime, this is what I ate.
Never show the truths we hide, the things we don't know. Concrete jungle beats in the air. Dreams take flight.
And that's what I ate, and I am really tired. So that's it for today. Hopefully I make it to Phoenix, and hopefully you see you tomorrow. Bye.
Rolling down the boulevard, sun hitting my shades. Oh yeah. Riding low and slow, this vibe never fades. What's up? Palm trees dancing in the hazy sunlight glow. West Coast rhythm, let the good times flow. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk boxing and setting spirits at ease. From the hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing.
Hello from Arizona. I'm backwards walking in my old stomping grounds here. I'm only here for a couple days altogether this week. And even tomorrow, I'm flying again. I know. And the day after, and the day after that. A lot of flying, but getting in some backward walking. I was gonna go get something to eat. There's that taco place over there. So I'm gonna backwards walk to the taco place, then come back and do some work at home. Let's get it.
Is what it seems. Hey, hey, let me see your hands up high. Hands up. We vibing now till the moon hits the sky.
All right, we have reached the end of this long road. Now I'm gonna walk down there and get a taco. Whew. Oh, my calves and my hips. It really works those glutes and hips like massively. So I slept a lot. I didn't get back until 4:30 in the morning. So I woke up around 10 o'clock. And then it's 3 p.m. right now, and I haven't eaten yet. Feeling like I could eat something. I'm not super hungry, but as you can tell, I tend to eat later in the day anyway. Hey, look. What's that? Oh, thank you.
Latin life stories on a corner stoop. See what's good. Laughter echoes loud through the laid back beat. Golden hour grin, city lights start to shine. West Coast flavor.
Oh, that's good. Needed that. So I didn't get a taco. I got a torta. Torta con carne asada. I had an idea. I'm gonna run it by you guys on Instagram. 5 of you who watch these videos. My idea is to do a head-to-toe challenge. As some of you may remember, I had a head-to-toe tutorial video that I used to give out back in the day. It's the same program I used to get head-to-toe for myself. It was taught to me by a friend who got it from his traditional school. I even heard from other people, like at European Nationals, someone came up to me and told me that they used it to get head-to-toe, which was amazing. It is so loud here. I hope you can hear me. But my idea is that is to give myself a 100-day head-to-toe challenge. Right now, I'm about as far from head-to-toe as you can get because of, you know, all the stiffness in my legs and stuff. But I thought it would be nice to do a flexibility challenge over 100 days. 100 days from the end of May, June 1st, May 31st, is the 20th of February. That's this coming weekend. So I can give myself 100 days to get head-to-toe. But that's the idea. Let me know if that's something you would like to see, or if you think that's interesting. I might do it anyway, but I just wanted to get your feedback. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would be curious about. And here we are. It is windy, so you probably can't hear me, but backwards walking the other way, heading home. Here we go.
Singing, let the rhythm flow. Palm trees swaying, do you feel that breeze?
We made it. Oh my calves. I'm probably trying to do a little bit more strength training. Let's see that. All right, so just ate dinner at Panera Bread. I'm going back. I got some stuff to do, but I think that's it for today. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow at the airport again. Bye.
Chilling at the cookout, grab a plate. Got ribs, got wings, I just can't wait. Talk smack with the homies, laugh till we cry. And the beat still bumps as the sun says goodbye. Now throw your hands up if you feel this breeze. Come on. West Coast vibing got you weak in the knees. Low riders bouncing with the funk turn. Rolling down the boulevard, sun hitting my shades. Riding low and slow, this vibe never fades. What's up? Palm trees dancing in the hazy sunlight glow. West Coast rhythm, let the good times flow. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk about singing, setting spirits at ease. From the hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing.
Hello. I hope you can hear me. It is very loud in here. I actually have a whole row to myself, which is amazing. I'm flying to LA. I'm visiting my dad for a day or two. I'm on the road, and I have a cut on my tongue, so it hurts to talk. So that's all.
Nothing's what it seems. Hey, hey, let me see your hands up high. Hands up. We vibing now till the moon hits the sky. Ooh, yeah. Talk box wailing like a voice from the stars. This coast culture lives in our hearts. No scars. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk box singing, setting spirits at ease. From hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing. Latin life stories on a corner stoop. See what's good. Laughter echoes loud through the laid back beat. Golden hour grin, city lights start to shine. West Coast flavor, every moment divine. You know.
Hi. Hello. I am here in Long Beach, California at my dad's. His health is not doing fantastic, so I thought it was good for me to come visit him for at least a day, maybe longer, but at least a day. I did not do any training today. I did walk backwards up an incline at the airport. There was a ramp and I walked backwards up it 50 meters and I walked a lot. Like the ring on my watch is like 1.5 times around. A lot of walking, kind of just walked the whole way from LAX to not the whole way. I walked to public transportation from LAX and I took the metro here. I think even though I didn't train, I did do a lot of exercise. Again, I'm only bringing this bag. I brought enough so that if I need to stay here until I go to San Francisco on Friday, I could. I could actually conceivably just be okay with this for the next almost forever, really. You don't need to. This is not this channel's purpose. This is about Wushu adventures. So if you're going on a Wushu adventure and you don't want to take a ton of clothes with you, it's possible. Okay, that's a good idea for a Wushu adventure. Can I travel to train for a month somewhere with just one small personal item for Wushu or Taiji? That's a good one. I've taken just a backpack to Ecuador. That was 2 months. So I think it's possible to do, we're talking like 16-liter backpack. Someday in the future, when I can afford it, we'll do that. But for now, I am here, and tomorrow I am not, possibly. That's it for today. I did not film everything I ate. I have some peanuts you can see right here. I bought those at the airport because I hadn't eaten and I was hungry, so I was like, I'm gonna get some peanuts. And I ate some on the way here, and then we had some pasta with chicken, broccoli, and garlic bread. So that's what I had for dinner. I didn't film that because we were hanging out. Include that in what I ate.
Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk about singing, setting spirit.
There you go. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will be in one piece tomorrow. See you then. Bye.
Every blessing.
Oh, hello. Today was a very full day. I'm still here in Long Beach. I needed to postpone my return for one more day to help my dad out. And today was basically just all helping my dad out for the whole day. I got a little bit of work done, but for the most part, it was all day was busy with helping him out. So I didn't get anything except what I just did this evening, which was a couple of warm-up strength training, hip raises, calf raises, and then I went through my 5 stance transitions, and I was able to do 4 sets of 5 seconds holding the 5 stances on each side. So that was great. My tongue is still cut, has a cut on this side, and it hurts to talk. I'm not going to say much. A very short video today, because yesterday was a travel day, it was very long. Because I was helping him all day, I didn't really record anything I ate. A little bit more peanuts. Lunch was the Indian curry or rice with some naan. The curry really hurt my tongue, to be honest. Dinner was salami and provolone sandwich on rye bread with a little salad on the side and some chicken noodle soup. Anywho, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I get back to Phoenix tomorrow, because I didn't today. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hello. Backwards walking in Long Beach, heading to LAX and then back to Phoenix. I guess we'll find out how this goes. Training on a travel day is kind of like fasting on Thanksgiving. It doesn't really work, but here we go. Time for the travel montage. Bye.
The palm trees glow. Caddy drop top, got the rims on shine. West Coast living, where it's always fine. Barbecue, grilling, got the smoke in the air. Neighbors pulling up, good vibes everywhere. Talk box singing, let the synthesizer play. Grooving through the block like it's a Saturday. motion, yeah, it's part of the plan. Retro shades reflecting the sky. Out here vibing, making time stand by. Hey! Late night lights, city shining in gold. Story after story, all the legends retold. Cruisers hit the streets, hear the engines purr. Low riders dipping, making heads turn for sure. Slide, glide, take a ride. Oh, feel that sunshine, let the bassline flow. West Coast breeze got the beat so sweet. Keep it rolling steady.
Hello. It's late and I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to catch my flight, so that's it for today. Just a lot of walking. I did backwards walk a couple times, but I'm dead, so good night. This is what I ate for one meal. Whatever. Anyway, bye. Hopefully. See you tomorrow. I'm back at the airport. It is 5 a.m. Here we go again. And I am on the plane. I don't know if I'll do a travel montage today because you already know what it looks like to fly on a plane. And I'm tired. Here we go. If I train today, it will be a miracle. Oh, I'm tired. All right. Let's try and get a little sleep on the plane if we can. So, we are on a new plane. The other plane had some engine issues, and so we deplaned and waited about an hour, and now we're on a new plane. Now we should be leaving. Now it's daylight out. Hello, good evening. It is 9 p.m. My foot was killing me today. It was like I had a spike driving through my arches. Walking from the plane to BART, and then from BART to a bicycle, and then coming back to my mom's, I was out of it. Took a bunch of medication. I took like a 3-hour nap in the afternoon, drank a ton of water. I think that helped. It's not hurting as much. I just took a hot shower. I think I'm on the mend, but I know it was because I didn't get enough sleep. I only slept like 4 hours last night, maybe 4.5. So the nap helped. I slept on the plane the whole way here, about an hour and a half. I go to bed tonight, get up in like 10 hours, and I think I'll be really good. So that's the plan. Sleeping is healing, as they say. No one says that. I say that. So the training today, I mean, I did do a little bit of backward walking, but just walking in general was really painful. I just walked and tried to sleep as much as I could. And that was my training today. Sometimes training is not training. Do people say that? Now they do. Anyway, the whole recording my food thing isn't going as well, but what I did do is I got an app. Then the app, what it does is you take a photo of your food. One of the things it does is it analyzes it with AI and tells you what you were eating. So it's like, oh, well, that's easier. And it tracks the macros and all that stuff. So I'm going to do that for my food tracking and not do it on video here. So you guys don't have to watch weird transitions of food video anymore. You're welcome. Tomorrow, Saturday, well, I'm going to try and get out and do some training. If my legs aren't in pain, if my feet don't feel like stabbing needles in them, then I will do that. I'm going to hit the hay now. Hopefully I will be doing something tomorrow. Can you believe it's been over 50 days of this? 52 days today. Really happy with that. And I just want to, I see that number keep going up and it motivates me to keep doing this. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow. Bye-bye. So I realized I didn't measure my head to toe. So I'm going to do that. Oh my goodness. What a challenge. Okay. So that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, there we go. That's it. So a fist and a thumb on the left. There we go. That's okay. Okay. So that's where I am to start. Fist, thumb on both sides. That's it. I remembered I had to do that before I finished up the day. because tomorrow will be the beginning of my 100-day challenge. I'll talk about the protocol some other time, but 100 days head to toe between now and May 31st. Let's go. Hopefully I make it. Bye. So before I do my head to toe this morning, Jay asked if you're supposed to have straight legs. Yes, you're absolutely supposed to have straight legs. I think because of the angle and because of my knee inflammation and stuff, it looked like my knees were bent, but actually they were locked out completely in my tests yesterday. So I just wanted to show you what my legs look like. This is them locked out. You can see I have kind of calves are right here and my quads are right here. My knees kind of inflamed. So it looks like it's doing this down, but this is locked out. That's bent. But when I was up here last night, this is actually locked. This is locked down, although that hurts a little bit. So this is not a bent leg, even though it looks like it's bent. It's not bent. See all this inflammation in here? That's a straight leg. So just for clarification, my legs are kind of weird. They are straight. You are supposed to be straight when you do head to toe stretch. So just FYI, I'm going to do my stretches now. 100 each leg, bouncing, and then hold for 30 seconds afterwards. Let's go. Protocol on these is that you do 100 each leg as soon as you wake up. You do 100 each leg right before you go to bed, and you hold for, I added the holding for 30 seconds afterwards. So you do a active kind of bouncy stretch, and then you do a passive holding stretch. You could also do a PNF stretching against it, and then whenever you train, before or after you train, you also should do it. That's session 1 of at least 200 sessions for the next 100 days. And it was not easy. I'm really tight, super tight. 199 to go. Bye. Backwards walking. I'm gonna take this bike in a second, but I wanna go up the hill a little bit first. My left knee is a little tweaky today, which is not the best. So it's interesting, or helping, my dad and my mom, who are both quite elderly and have lots of mobility challenges. I keep recognizing that most of what they're suffering from is a lack of strength. Neither of them have really done much strength training over the years. I mean, as you get older, your muscles atrophy a bit anyway. We always see those videos online about people who, they started strength training in their 60s, and by the time they're 75, they're like able to do pull-ups and stuff. And I'm like, that person's never gonna have a problem being able to walk to the bathroom as they get older. It's really good motivation for me to work on my strength and stability and mobility as I get older, and how much I took it for granted when I was younger. Everyone says that. You take it for granted when you're young. At least it's true for me. This is just the first part of that, and I really want to keep working on building up all this foundational strength and mobility so that when I get to my parents' age, I don't have to rely on my non-existent children to help me get around. While you're young and healthy, try and stay young and healthy. Best part about visiting San Francisco, aside from all the other stuff, is this hill is right here. So nice to be able to walk up it like this. Almost there. Almost there, almost there. Oh, there it is. That's the lip right there. See the edge of that building. All right, walking back down. So I was watching a bunch of 10, 18 videos earlier today, and I think it's helping. I feel like I'm getting more the feeling of it. Instead of 1% of the way there, I'm like 3% of the way there. Still a long way to go, but it's feeling better. My legs feel good today, thank goodness. So I was able to do a little bit more today. I did some side-to-side work that Alan Peng shared with me. So thank you, Alan, for that. And also Murray showed me the heel kick, how to improve that. I think also I just need to get rid of my gut that's in the way of my knee. It's getting better, but I have a long way to go on that. I might do a little bit of stance work, and I gotta do my head to toe stretches for this training session. A little stance work and then some stretching, and then I'm done. Here we go. Bye.
Rolling down the boulevard, sun hitting my shades. Riding low and slow, this vibe never fades. Palm trees dancing in the hazy sunlight glow. West Coast rhythm, let the good times flow. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk boxing and setting spirits at ease. From the hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing.
Ah, that was good training. So I gotta go, gotta get some work done. Talk to you later, bye. So I did my head to toe stretching in the evening, but I didn't record it. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So, but I did do it. Both knees are twingy from I think it's from the head to toe stretching. So I gotta be careful with that. I'm not used to locking my knees out because of the inflammation. So I think it's just testing it a little bit. Day 1 of 99 more to go. And I guess hopefully you'll see day 2 tomorrow. Bye.
Let me see your hands up high. Hands up.
Oh my god, I did it again. The way I have the camera set up is that I can't see the screen because I need a wider angle. So I use the back camera. So I just did my head to toe stretching in the evening and didn't record it, but I did it. That's so annoying. You know, it's funny because I have one of those little screens for the back of my phone. I could have put it on there and I would have seen that it wasn't recording. Anyway, I did my 2 head to toes in the morning and then in the evening. Sundays are a little bit tricky here at my mom's because we don't have someone coming to help out during the day on Sundays, so I have to be here all day. So I don't really get a lot of time for training in. I could have done a little something, I guess, but oh my god. But that's it for today. Short video, sorry. And I guess that's it. I'll talk to you guys. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I will record what I'm doing. Okay, bye. Morning done. Ooh, my knees are tender. Oh, I can feel this one. Pushing out my knees with the head to toe stretch is causing it some, not discomfort, but it's just a range of motion that's a little bit new for it. Yeah, I think my legs just aren't used to the extra range of motion from the head to toe stretch. But I can tell it's getting a little bit better. When I do it in the morning, it doesn't twinge as much. So I think my body's acclimating, which is great. But I'm gonna do my, I'm gonna feel this one. Do my backward walking and then head to the co-working space. Here we go. It is almost, it's around 6:30 p.m. I'm heading back home to my mom's. Not sure I'll get any training done, but I did do my backward walking and stretching, so that's good. But we'll see what happens. To say that is intense. My knees are not quite there yet. It's getting better. Like I can feel that it's improving, but it's going to take the full 100 days to get anywhere close to a head to toe. So I better go to bed and I better edit this video. So I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully I'll see you in the morning with some more head to toe stretching. Bye.
Shadows creep, whispers of the city's secrets they keep. Underneath the street lamp steady burn. Life's a game of dice, waiting your turn. City lights shine, but they never show the truths we hide, the things we don't know.
Okay, backward walking. Oh, my legs. My knees are really tender today. Can you even hear me? Yeah, my knees are very tender. I was smart last night and I parked way up the hill, so I have to walk backwards all the way up to get the Lime bike. And I got an earlier start today. Woke up at 6. I'm out the door around 7:10. Here we go.
Echoes of struggle in alleys tight, fighting for a moment under neon light. Corners hum with a jazzy groove. Time stands still, it's hard to move. The rhythm of life, fast and slow. Navigate the maze, let the story flow. Bare knuckle truth, raw and unrefined. Every line's a pulse from a vivid mind. Urban poets in the court of kings. Street symphonies when the corner sings. City lights shine, but they never show the truths we hide, the things we don't know. Concrete jungle beats in the air. Dreams take flight, but beware, beware. Urban poets in the court of kings. Street symphonies when the corner sings. City lights shine, but they never show the truths we hide, the things we don't know. Concrete jungle beats in the air. Dreams take flight, but beware, beware. Rolling down the boulevard, sun hitting my shades. Riding low and slow, this vibe never fades. What's up? Palm trees dancing in the hazy sunlight glow. West Coast rhythm, let the good times flow. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk about singing, setting spirits at ease. From the hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing. Double Dutch beats bumping, trunk ride smooth. Neighbors nodding heads, they catching the groove. That's right. Chrome rims spinning, reflections of dreams. On these West Coast streets, nothing's what it seems. Hey, hey, let me see your hands up high. Hands up. We vibing now till the moon hits the sky. Ooh, yeah. Talk box wailing like a voice from the stars. This coast culture lives in our hearts, no scars. Cruising, grooving, feel that funky breeze. Talk about singing, setting spirits at ease. From hills to the shore, ain't no second guessing. In these Cali streets, we count every blessing. Latin life stories on a corner stoop seat. What's good? Laughter echoes loud through the laid-back beat. Golden hour grin, city lights start to shine. West Coast flavor, every moment divine. You know. Plotting life stories on a corner stoop seat. What's good? Laughter echoes loud through the laid-back beat. Golden hour grin, city lights start to shine. West Coast flavor, every moment divine. You know.
All right, I'll keep this short and sweet. Today was good. After that Wushu training or practice or just a walkthrough, I was sweating like crazy. Like for half an hour I was sweating. So I had to take a pretty intense shower. But I guess that means that I worked out, actually. Head to toes done, training done. It's time for bed, so I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. Bye. Alrighty. This morning I got up, I did my head to toe on one side, then on the other side, and now I'm walking up a hill backwards. Today is my mom's birthday. She's 87 years old. So happy birthday to you, Mom. Okay, I gotta focus on walking up this hill, so let's go. All right, it is evening. I did my head to toe stretches on one side, and then I did them on the other side. And that's that. It's about 8:45. I'm gonna try and get enough sleep because I got to get up early tomorrow to do some work. So I kind of wiped myself out with that forms work yesterday. So tomorrow I'm gonna try and do some stance holding training. We'll see how that goes. In any case, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. Bye. walking up a different hill today because I'm going up this way. This one's trickier because it's not as even as the other hill, so I have to go a little bit slower. Here I go, off to work. Bye. And here I am in the park. Did some training, that felt good. Knees a little twingy as usual. Time to head back and I'll do my head to toe. Thursday's done. Here we go with Friday. How many days in a row is that? We're getting close to 60, aren't we? Is it 57? Can't believe it. Almost 2 months. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will do my head to toe this evening, which you will see in a moment, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye. So that's not bad. My head to toe has improved. On my left side, I am two fists away. Last time I was a fist with a thumb. And on my right side, I was fists, or maybe I think I was a fist and a thumb away on the right side. That's huge improvement because before I was 2 fists and a thumb on both sides. Today is the 7th day of that, right? 7th day? No, 6th day. It's not even a week. And I've already improved, and it's getting easier too. It's not as tender. That's it. Hopefully it'll keep improving tomorrow. Bye.
I woke up, did some head to toe stretching, stretching my head to touch my toes. I walked outside, backwards up a hill to dirt a lime scooter to the inner sunset. This is my 59th day of posting my rehab. February 27th, posting my rehab, trying to stay consistent, wanna be persistent, not overly resistant to a positive change, to a positive change. Worked at a cafe for a while and then went to seek a place to eat some food. Ended up at the beach, ate a turkey sandwich and watched all the peeps. Did some stance training before hitting the streets. Did some stance training before hitting the streets. This is my 59th day of posting my change. This is my 59th day of posting my rehab. February 27th, posting my rehab, trying to stay consistent, wanna be persistent, not overly resistant to a positive change. Oh,
some kung fu from Jingmo Society. Finally back home, ping pong was being played, and my final head to toe before it was time to hit the hay. This is my 59th day of posting my rehab. 727, 727, posting my rehab. Trying to stay consistent, wanna be persistent, not overly resistant to a positive change. A positive change.
Life goals.
Yeah. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch, head to toe, and then I left, sit on a bench, relax at the park, backwards wobbling off to work. 60 days, 60 days, February 28, 2026. 60 days, 60 days, rehabbing daily so my body's fixed. In the afternoon, time for PT, rehab my legs with the ATG. 25 reps of each movement, 3 sets of each, now we're grooving. 60 days, 60 days, February 28, 2026. Yeah, 60 days, rehabbing daily so my body's fixed. I made it, day 60. 60 days of daily, oh, 2 months, non-stop, just 10 more months to go. Yeah, 60 days, February 28, 2026. 60 days, rehabbing daily so my body's fixed.
Hello, and I cannot believe it is the 60th day. Today I'm doing my ATG rehab work, so tibialis raises, calf raises, step downs, things like that. So that's today's plan. Can't believe tomorrow's March. In any case, I'm stalling long enough. Let's get to the train.
2 months, starting the day with a bit of a stretch. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch. 60 days, 60 days, 60 days, 60 days, 60 days. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch. 60 days, starting the day with a bit of a stretch. 60 days, starting the day, starting the day, starting the day, starting the day, starting the day. 60 days, starting the day with a bit of a stretch. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch. Starting the day with a bit of a stretch. Starting the day.
And there you go, end of day 60. For you, not for me. I still have to do my head to toe later, but that's for my later and you're just having watched it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the progress. I can tell that things are getting stronger. I can tell that twingy things are getting less twingy. I can see that it's happening and it's very slow, which is fine. I'd rather be slow than injurious. Let's talk about plans for March because I think that's interesting. In terms of the video, I'm going to change things a little bit. I got tired of having to rotate my phone to watch these videos, and I don't know if you guys did either. I don't think there's a lot lost by just having it vertical but horizontal format. So I'm going to keep the same aspect ratio, 16:9, but I'm just going to make it so it's vertical. So you won't have to rotate your wrist. And if you're looking at this on a computer, you don't have to like do this with your monitor and try and figure out what's going on. Starting March 1st, that's what you'll see. The other thing I'm going to change is instead of doing monthly posts on YouTube, I'm going to do weekly. I think it's a lot less work than forcing you guys to watch 2+ hours of this video on YouTube than to just have it like a weekly, this is the 7 videos from this past week, posted up once a week, and it's really just me stitching them all together and maybe giving a recap of what happened for YouTube. But I think that'll be a little easier for everyone to absorb and digest, so hopefully you find that a little bit easier too. And then in terms of my rehab training, last month I was a little more systematic about how I was planning things out, doing rehab on certain days and doing other things on other days, but it was still a little bit willy-nilly. So now I'm focusing my energy a little more on 2 specific days for rehab training, 2 specific days for forms type training or basics training, and then just doing light Tai Chi every single day. Because I think for me, the challenge is that I want to get that Chen 18 down, and I can't do that if I'm only doing it every few days. So every day I'm just going to try and walk through the form a few times in the morning. It's just part of my daily morning practice. After I do my head to toe stretches, do a couple of rounds of Chen 18, try and work through that, and I think that'll help a lot. So with the rehab work that like I just did, the whole purpose of that is just to improve range of motion and mobility and strength through that whole range of motion. 2, maybe 3 times a week is good. Not to full failure, but you're working it to the point where you can feel it, like the blood's flowing in there, you're working the muscles. It might be a little sore the next day, but that's good. And then with the Tai Chi, like I said, the focus is on trying to get that Chen 18 down so I can remember the whole thing. There's still going to be some distinctive refinements I need to do as I go forward, but I just want to get the overall big picture view of the form. Every few days I'm going to try and add one more movement to it. And then hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have done the whole, at least remember the whole Chen 18, so I can then really start refining it. You know, it's challenging not having a coach. You would learn way faster with a coach, but it is what it is, and that's what I'll work on. And then for Wushu, I'm going to work on basics, and I'm going to keep doing my stance work, the 5 stance transitions with the breathing each step. I can tell it's getting lower each time I'm doing it. Every couple of weeks it's getting a little bit lower. I also would like to start working in some light kicks, not real kicks, but like just a light stretch kick, you know, holding on to something maybe and just kind of swinging the leg to get that range of motion and get it used to kind of moving frame and also side to side. I think those are the 2 that will help a lot. So, and then maybe eventually transition that into, you know, some lines of kicks, but very light lines of kicks. And then in terms of forms, you saw me twice in the last month kind of walk through a form. I like to keep doing that because it's just fun to try and remember those forms from time to time, maybe once a week, just kind of walk through the form. I mean, those 2 forms in particular, I've known them for like 30 years now, so it's not like I can forget them. When I do a form, those are the ones I default to. But I'm thinking I should really learn the Chuji forms because I never really learned the current versions of them. I know them well enough to kind of know when something's being done wrong, and I know them well enough to judge them, like at the junior team trials. I don't know them well enough to compete with them myself, so I think I want to review those and get those down and figure them out. And the other idea I had is when you're going through forms, and I used to do this when I was training, you do the form at a slow speed, but you hold each stance for 5 seconds. Compulsory, right? You're holding this cross-leg sit 5 seconds, and then you hold the Tishi for 5 seconds, and then the Gongbu for 5 seconds, snap kick for 5 seconds, and then the Gongbu for 5 seconds, hammer fist, you hold this for 5 seconds. That gets tiring really fast. If you can go through a whole section of doing that really like proper stances, that's hard. So I might try and just do a little bit of that, grab the first few motions from a form, to kind of hold those down, and just to get really good form stance technique. But I'm piling a lot of things on there. I'm just going to add these in, sprinkle them out over the course of the next month, so you won't see them all at once. And then the other thing I really want to do is actually attend some Tai Chi classes. Li Jinheng has Tai Chi on Fridays, and then there's also a Tai Chi class at their school on Sundays. There's only 2 weekends where I'm actually going to be in the Phoenix area on a Friday and a Sunday, which will be not this coming week, but the week after. So I'm going to reach out and see if I can attend those classes just for those 2 to 4 times. So Dusty, if you're watching this, see you soon. And that's the plan. You know, I had mentioned last month I was going to start tracking my food, and as you saw in the video, I did that until I didn't. It's because I started using an app that actually I can take pictures of all my food. It tracks them all. It has this intermittent fasting thing built into it, and it's been really nice. I mean, I don't have to think about the food. I just take a picture of it, and it works out all the macros and everything for me. So, and then it tells me, okay, you should probably calm down eating for the day, and then it tells you, okay, you've been fasting for X number of hours based on what you want to do, so you can, go ahead and eat now, try and do protein heavy for the first meal, blah, blah, blah. But that's it. Tomorrow's March. I can't wait to get started on the next month of this, day 61 tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you actually made it through the whole 2-something hours of this video, you are a boss. Thank you so much. I know there's a couple of you who've done it because you mentioned, hey, I actually watched to the end of this video, so thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Future videos week to week instead of month to month, so it'll be a lot easier to digest. You can just watch them while you're, eating a meal or something. Hope you all are doing well, training hard. Until next time, Jayo.